So this is the second part of the topic or of the video. Why do you keep being triggered? And how not to be triggered by anyone, and how to remain calm and unbothered and peaceful no matter what people do around you. If you haven't watched the first part, then you can find it on my channel, where I explain everything what you need to know, how to stop the reactivity, how to move from being triggered, from reacting with anger, from being frustrated, into being content and peaceful and unbothered. And how it will completely change not only your state, but also your life experience, as you will move from drama and conflict into peaceful and harmonious relationship and experience of life. So I will link that video below if you haven't watched it. I would suggest first watch that video and then come back, because this video is about practicing awareness and remaining aware when you're being triggered by someone. And I want you to practice it next time when you're being triggered, at home, outside, but I'm sure at home there are opportunities, plenty of opportunities, whether it's your spouse or ex-spouse or kids or other family members who keep triggering you. Practice, as I mentioned in the previous video, remain aware. What does it mean, remain aware? Well, it means take your attention from what is being done, what is happening, and bring your awareness to yourself. Bring your awareness to your thoughts in that moment when you're being triggered. Bring your awareness to your thoughts. Bring your awareness to your emotions. What is going on with your emotions? What emotions are arising in the body? And don't try to label it, because label is ego, is the mind. Don't try to label it as, oh, I'm angry, or oh, it's a frustration. No, just observe what is happening. It's a very simple process of observing of what is happening, not labeling, not knowing why it is happening. That's all mind. That's all ego. That's all reinforcement of separation. Just bring your awareness to what is arising in your experience. Bring your awareness to the thoughts, to the emotions, to the body. And you can practice it now. Let's practice it now. If there is anything that is triggering you now, it may be anything. It may be the way I talk. It may be what I say. Bring awareness to your thoughts. But don't change those thoughts. Just become aware that they are. Bring your awareness to the emotions that are arising in the body. But don't change them. And refrain from labeling them. Don't try to feel the emotions. Just simply become aware that they are. Just simply become aware that in this moment there is a certain emotion. It's very simple. Just being aware. You're moving away from the ego, from the story, from the mind. This person does this, or did that, or doesn't do this, and I want them to do that. To just being aware that that is happening. Just being aware that you have those thoughts. You're moving away from this person is making me so angry and it's their fault, to just being aware that there is a certain emotion in my body, that there is a certain experience the body is having. The ego, the mind, is about stories, how something is supposed to be, how they are not doing what you want them to do. The consciousness is about being. There is no label, and there is no judgment. This experience is happening. And if there is judgment, then just simply become aware of the judgment. That you judge the other person because they should know better, because you told them 100 times, because this is how they always are. That's your judgment. And your judgment creates the same experience in your life. That's why they show up. That's why they keep showing up the way they are, and that's why you're being triggered. So the discomfort or frustration or helplessness to change something becomes so big that there is no other way just to surrender, just to give up the control. That is the only reason why they are showing up the way they keep showing up. For you to realize that you cannot control anything. You cannot control what other people do. And you cannot control what you are doing and your reaction. You can only be aware of what other people are doing. And you can only be aware of your reaction and thoughts. Recognizing that you and them, you're both a part, inseparable part of one source, one consciousness. There is no separation. Just like the dream analogy I used in the part 1 of this video. There is only one source, one consciousness. So instead of reinforcing the separation, reinforcing the illusion, which creates more and more drama, problems, negativity, distress, become aware of the unfolding of life. Become aware of what is happening. That is how you will move into being calm. That is how you will move into being unbothered, into living in inner peace, into perceiving the oneness, to realizing that everything is arising from that one source. And all that is required from you is to be aware of that, is to remain aware of that which is arising in your experience. So bring your awareness to your experience. And in this case, the experience is your thoughts when you're being triggered. Your emotions when you're frustrated by someone or getting angry with someone's actions or what they said, what they did, what they didn't do. Bring your awareness to that which is unfolding in your experience. Thoughts, emotions, your body. When you're being aware, the ego cannot reinforce itself. When you're being aware, you're taking fuel away from the ego, from the mind. And the mind will dissolve. And when there is no mind, there is no reaction. There is no trigger. Trigger exists on the level of the mind. Anger, negative emotions, frustration, disappointment exists on the level of the mind. It's all ego. When there is no mind, or you can say when the mind is quiet, there is just peace. You are in your natural state. Fully present. Fully aware. Recognizing how life unfolds effortlessly. How peace is your inner nature. This is why awareness is the direct way to inner peace.